It looks like we're on some of the places. Okay. I think we're on. Wait, are we on 3? We're on 4 of the 5 of the. Okay,
but which ones? Quality over quantity.
Good question, Iguado.
We just went from 4 to 3 places.
All right, no, now we're 4 to 5. We need to go up to 5.
45?
Come on, 5.
No, it went down to 3 and then it went up to 4.
Who's not up? All right, you know what?
It's probably Twitch.
YouTube is rocking, so who cares about the other ones? Oh, because 5 is not connected. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're live.
Welcome. First story.
That would be mind-blowing.
Trending stories are taking over.
TSTO. Why does he get a bell for that?
Next story.
Everybody get down. According to the sounds, I'm not doing so hot today.
TSTO.
TSTO thing. TSTO-NG.
TSTO.
That's crazy.
Story time. What is happening, people of the interwebs? It's the Trending Stories Taking Over show. Jake, we made it.
It's a little late.
It's, a little late. This is the closest to on time we've ever been in the entire show's
totally
history.
True. That's totally true.
But we're here. It's prime time. We're here with you guys late.
Yeah,
we're
I feel
in the
like
late
Jimmy
hours.
Fallon.
We are. You know what? Let's be Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy
Together?
Kimmel.
What if Jimmy Fallon
We're the Jimmies.
was Siamese twins?
Oh, what if
it
they
was
are?
2 Jimmys and 1 Fallon?
You know what?
Because what they say is 2 in a Jimmy is worth 1 in a Fallon.
I don't think anybody says that.
2 in a Jimmy is worth 1 in a phallus?
No, 2 Fallons are worth 1 in a Jimmy. It's not 2 Fallons. Hey, Tiffany is here. Tiffany, good evening to you, young lady.
Good evening. That sounds so formal, but it's crazy because that's the time it is.
It is. It's evening
It's dark
time.
outside.
You know what? It's dark outside, but we've got a full studio. Can you believe we've got a full studio? Jake's here.
I'm looking around.
I'm
and
here.
I see some people.
We have somebody that hasn't been here for a while.
At all, ever.
We've got.
This is his debut on the TSTO
now
show.
I wasn't going that. I was going to go this way around the studio. I was going to go that. Oh,
Never mind.
I was going to close. I was going to close with that
because we have an Australian story. I figured everything was upside down today.
So we've got Chris Cody's back in the house. Where you at, Chris?
Yeah.
There he is.
I'm here. I'm here. I left my beard at home, though.
I was going to say, part of your face is missing. Yeah. You know what? You look so young. What'd you say? You said your mom likes it, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's for you, Mom.
What does Holly think? What's Holly think?
You know, it's a mixed bag because on one hand, when I have the beard, it's like I'm older and distinguished, even though she's older. Shh.
Wow.
So she likes that. She likes that I look older and distinguished, but then clean shaven,
But okay, here's
that's the true story.
The positive piece about being clean shaven is now it's so much easier to put on classic disguises. Like you could go somewhere dressed up as like a French art investor.
That's true.
And just put on the mustache. Beforehand, like I was thinking about this. I was thinking about
you were sitting around like, you know what? If I shave my face, I could be a foreign art thief.
No, I legitimately thought about how if me and my friends decided that we were going to commit a crime of some sort, I would have to be able to put on a disguise, and I couldn't go with the mustache.
Right.
I had to go with something other than the mustache
because you already have
obvious.
a mustache.
Right.
It's funny that you actually bring that up because I actually put my application into the IMF to see if I could actually join Ethan Hunt, his team.
International.
It's the
females?
Impossible Mission franchise of the government.
Wow. Okay, so
we got another person. We got to introduce more people.
All right, so Chris is here. Chris, I'm glad you're back, even though you're faceless. That's all right. And then we got Steve's in the room. Steve, what's going on?
Hey,
and we have a TSTO debut. Debut. We have a TSTO debut. It is nighttime. Just want to make sure everybody's aware. It is nighttime.
Yeah, just like Italy, we got a TSTO debut.
It's a boat. A debut.
That's a bad joke.
I know. You know what? We're gonna buzz that.
Yeah, a boat.
But we've got the illustrious. That stopped really quick. I like that.
Yeah,
the infamous Keegan is in the house.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, Keegan, is it kind of bright over there?
Oh, there's too many. I mean, there's a lot of lights in the studio. So
Keegan's eyes are light sensitive.
So there you go.
Yeah, he's light sensitive. That's good. So Keegan's here. We got a full house, and we got stories going on, but something that we need to check in on. Hey, what's going on? Mike's here. How you doing? Good evening, buddy. There's something that thinks it's a little more important than us, and it's the RNC. And we're just going to check in real quick and see what's going on in RNC.
MC so that's more important than MCs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you know what
see,
I'm saying?
I see what you said. I see what you got there. All right, so I see what you said there. I heard. What's going on, Liz? Look, I don't know what's happening.
Let's check in on our resident Peach. We know James loves him.
All right, let's see what's happening. Trump's speaking. Yep, that's about right. That sounds it. Hey,
Awesome.
Frasers are here. Frasers, I'm so glad you're here, family. In spirit and in
50% of our audience just entered the chat.
That's right.
Awesome.
That's right. It's a good time. It's a good time. But hey, you know what? There's a lot of things happening. There's trending stories all over the place. But before we get to the show and we get into the stories, there's some things we want to talk about.
Yeah, got some announcements.
There's some announcements that we're going to bring to the table. And the first one being, we have been hard at work over here at TSTO, and we have created the coming soon trending stories taking over app. What?
Think about this. Think about a world.
Take over somebody's phone.
Think about a
That's
world
right.
where you sign up for something that we're all involved in together, but in actuality, I'm farming you for my cult.
No, it's not. You're not signing up for
Cult
Jake's
coming
cult
soon,
if you
soon
download the
after
app.
the app.
No, the app's coming soon, but look at this. So we're going to have stories where you can check out the stories. You know what? There's this guy, this story. I actually probably should have put this in. This guy doesn't know what a vowel is. We'll talk about that story later. But you can add stories. You can submit stories. You can send them to us so we can check them out. You can watch episodes. I don't want to back up. You can watch episodes right in here. Look at this. We got the live.
That's
We got,
awesome.
we got Character Corner. Probably going to fill up with some Florida Dan stuff. But you know what?
You know, there's more characters in the future.
There's so many
I'm happy
characters.
to announce that.
Right.
Ooh.
That's
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. That's an announcement.
Guys, I had an
just so I can watch
announcement.
those. I want to see all the different characters that can come up.
There's a lot. There's one that there's one that's just really depressed guy. And so he just says a bunch of sad stuff. I crashed my car today. It didn't go as planned. I had dinner with my family. Didn't go as planned. I went to the supermarket. It went as planned until I got in my car and I crashed it again.
Yeah, that's pretty depressing.
Yeah.
That's give it up for sad guy.
Yeah, so
give it up
we
for
got
sad guy.
more of those coming soon.
Between that and
To
being
an app near
inhabiting
you.
you, that's going to be a really big thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to be the next Jason Statham.
Wait, you're
He's not
gonna
sad, though.
you're not gonna start beating us up in studio, right? Like
We got a story about that.
about Jason Statham beating.
No,
what are you talking about?
We got a little
Okay.
side jaunt that I'm going to make at some point.
Oh, you have a preeminent
I have a whole
side jaunt.
outline today.
What in the world? Show the people the outline. He's done some research today.
Guys, I decided, you know what? If we're going to have an app, I got to be responsible.
Well, we don't have one yet. We will.
If we're going to have an app, I got to start being responsible. It's
a prototype.
So I made an outline for today.
Look at that.
For today's episode.
Wow.
It's a lot of things.
So it looks like more than we ever cover.
It is.
Well, if you ever wrote down all the things we said, that wouldn't be enough.
You would.
I mean,
you would have committed a crime,
Right.
If you wrote down all the things we ever said, it
Don't
would be
do that.
considered a manifesto.
That's right. No, that's none of that.
If you take all the things that I have said,
Yes, if you
we
take all the things that Jacob
we should
said.
go back and then tally up how many stories we talk about and how many side stories we talk about.
side stories. That's
And see
I'm
just
wearing a
how
last
many more we
podcast shirt. They have side stories episodes.
That's
just
true.
That's
That's
a
right.
thing that I'm going to say.
So I was going to say, there's the things we plan and the things that happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that you know what?
What is that thing that John Lennon said? Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Keegan, can we get a vibe check on that?
That checks out.
That checks out.
Accurate.
All right,
That's
cool.
an accurate quote.
Yeah. So John Lennon said that, and then he got shot over Catcher in the Rye.
Wait, is that why?
No, that's 100% why.
Wait,
the
what?
dude, this is a whole thing. The dude, David William Chapman. David
David Wallace is Michael Scott's boss in The Office.
But I think David Wallace Chapman, I'll look it up. But regardless, this guy, the guy that killed John Lennon, thought that he was the main character Holden from Catcher in the Rye. Like he believed that.
You know what? There's a lot of people that believe things that are not true.
Are we going to talk about Charlie Manson?
No, we're not. Not
he's-
talking about that. Nope. No. But you know what? There's something else that I have to confess to the audience and to you guys in the room.
Confession time.
I have a new addiction,
Oh, tell us
and
about it.
it's not making apps, although I do enjoy that.
Let's say our addictions on three.
Sarah,
Ready?
1, 2, 3. No, we actually found the next new thing, and it is driving for DoorDash.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! It's
I heard about your date.
I got a text about it too with a link to DoorDash.
well, because if you DoorDash, I get $300 extra.
Wow.
I mean,
so this is a
and because I love
self-serve-
you.
This is like send out cards.
Wait, tell us how this DoorDash thing works. You get $300 for going to one place?
So no, you get delivery
If he gets all
fees
of us
per
to
thing.
recruit, if he recruits all of us, he gets money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So-
it's literally a pyramid scheme. It's like Herbalife, but with wheels.
No, because you guys have to complete a certain amount of deliveries for me to get anything. I really like it. Like I get notifications says, "Hey, it's busy in Yorba Linda right now," and I'm like, "Well, I got 10 minutes."
Those
Let's go
notifications are also like an hour late. So like based on what I've heard, because I have a friend that does all of the delivery services.
Yes.
And what he has told me is that they give you those notifications like right as the peak is starting to go down. And so he goes and he camps out. He says Irvine is the best place to be.
We went to Irvine. We made $100 in 4 hours.
He said Irvine,
was gonna
La
say-
Palma. He drives up to Pasadena sometimes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, talk about a cheap date. Yours was a paid date.
Heck yeah,
That's
we
true.
made money on that date. It was
Wait a
great.
minute, this is the way of the future, guys.
Yes.
This is like that argument that me and my ex had about Hooters, but like it's actually working out.
I was delivering, babe. It was not a thing.
It'd be awesome if the actual context of that is she worked at Hooters and I'm just like at the bar like, this is really belligerent to women and I don't like it. And she's like, I'm making money, you know?
Yeah, you
So,
got to make that money
kudos to you,
somehow,
man.
right? There's a lot of ways to do. It's really fun and it's super addicting, and I just like doing it, and the kids like doing it. And we're gonna have
You guys all
competitions.
do it together?
Yeah, you guys take
Yeah.
a family.
So we went family,
Do
and we're
you
like,
go
okay,
in an
who,
RV?
no,
Stuff and like show up like
we should. Maybe we should do
Next
that.
road trip, we're gonna make it along the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
deliveries along the way.
We're gonna DoorDash in every state.
I can only imagine you like knock on the door and this person opens it up expecting to see like a college kid that's
we start
like
singing.
stoned.
We have your
I was literally
dinner.
just
Hope
gonna
you
say-
have a great night.
Yeah, it's like Christmas caroling but in the middle of August with somebody's kung pao.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, right.
We have delivered Kung Pao. Look at that.
Man,
Yeah, see?
in one night, you had one delivery night.
No, we've delivered.
A
We
lot.
start on Saturday. I think we've actually at least gone out 3 of the last 5.
Dude, you need a life.
That is
COVID
a lot.
shut down my life.
That's true.
Come on.
Most of your life is online, though.
That's true. You guys are my life. So that happened, and I have an addiction, and we're dealing with it. Hey, we should check in. We should check in with the RNC, see what's happening,
Sure.
see if there's anything different,
I mean, I
anything
guess
new,
that's
anything
fine.
happening.
It's a time killer. That's for sure.
well-
It's a wide shot now.
Go look at that. It's a wide shot of
those
Trump
flags
speaking.
there in the past?
There he
He's
is.
still going, guys.
You know what? I would be curious. How long can Trump talk?
I don't know, but he looks like a glazed donut.
Like, he does looked like one of our stories coming up in a few minutes. We're going to talk about glazed donuts.
That's right.
But you wonder how long before he's off teleprompter. Like at some point he's like,
30
you know what?
seconds tops.
Forget it. I'm just going to start talking, and we're going to go, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to tell you all the things.
I guarantee you it's a thing where he like writes down his speech. He writes down his
Trump
address.
doesn't write
No,
it.
no, no.
Come on.
Okay, fine. Somebody writes it down and he's like, grab a pen, pencil this down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like somebody's just like
Dictate
following.
for me.
Yeah, somebody's wearing somebody's wearing a jester's costume, just following him around, like taking notes.
You, what's your name? Todd, sir. I'm your DoorDash. Write this down for me, all right? Write this down for me.
Exactly.
I would have DoorDash
DoorDash to
1600
White House.
Pennsylvania. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
But he's literally just doing that to give it to the person that's running the teleprompter. So they're like, oh yeah, there's nothing offensive in this. And then like as soon as he gets greenlit, he goes up there and he's like, I had a speech prepared, but I decided I'm going to speak from the heart. And he just goes totally on tangents. I think it's great.
Yeah. Speaking
That's
of
the only great
tangents, we had a story tangent last week that Chris, you didn't get to hear it. So this is gonna be like the first time for you hearing the story.
That's like all the stories.
Good point. But Jake brought a story about a Luigi board that was for sale on
this is fun.
Is this like
Crackhead
Mario Brothers?
Craigslist.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
essentially it's like, there's this Reddit, it's called Crackhead Craigslist, and basically it's just a bunch of stuff that they post up for sale on various websites like eBay or like Let Go or things like that. And a lot of it just doesn't make sense. They're asking, like one person posted up just the crust of a pizza because they didn't like the crust, so they're like, I'll deliver it too, no extra charge. With like,
DoorDash, I would charge for it.
okay, well, I mean, you're
Todd could deliver and get paid.
It's called a breadstick.
it's called like a COVID breadstick at this point.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
not
there was
good.
one person that had a Ouija board, but it was a Luigi board. And so we talked about it for a little bit. And then this happened.
And lo and behold, so I'm just minding my own business, and all of a sudden, bling, my phone says, "Hey, you got a new comment on this video." So I go and look at it, and it's on the Luigi board section, and it says, "OMG, that's my Luigi board."
What are the odds of that?
What are the odds of us talking about? I don't even know who this is, but you know what? We salute you for selling a Luigi board.
Man,
Do you have a picture of it? I want to see it.
It's in the old.
Yeah, it's on the
old episode.
You know what, Chris? You just look back at the last episode. I'll show it.
That's
to you.
how lazy
I don't know where it is.
At the end of the show or something?
It was
Chris, we're
towards
in
the end.
Chris,
Towards
we're in the
end.
middle of a broadcast. We cannot just pull this up.
Oh, look out!
But you
Look
pull
out!
up stuff all
Wait,
the time.
guys,
All
Dean's
right,
here.
I'll pull it up
Dean's
for
here.
you.
Boo! Oh no! No! Uh oh! What's happening, Jake? You're is
Dean's really
Dean
here now.
Wait, hang on.
Penderghost is taking. What are you hanging?
I can't.
What is
spell
Dean doing?
with my eyes being possessed?
Dean, leave him alone for a minute. Would you just leave him alone for just a second?
Just type through him.
Yeah,
Come
type
on.
through. Yes. Feel the flow. Type
it.
through him. What are we doing? What are you doing?
I'm looking for the Luigi board. It was going to be a bit.
Oh, it was going to be a bit. You know what? Too late. Too late. You got to put.
Dean's here.
Dean's here. Unboo. Okay. Dean, you get a bell for that. So yeah, so somebody we talked about somebody's Luigi board. It's fantastic.
I'm just imagining like
That's a felony in some
plumbers
states.
using it, and all of a sudden a big Bowser comes from the depths
Like,
of.
is there a leak?
Yeah. Where is the leak?
Slab leak? No, okay.
So
All
a
right.
big pipe
But-
opens up. You know.
This is a really good run we're doing on this.
You know what? I think it's funny. So it's past dinner time. We've got our sunflower seeds here. We've got our bigs.
Would it be rude if I were to suck on some now?
I mean, what are you going to do with them? I don't have a cup for you to spit them in,
you're
and you're
not
not going to
allowed-
spit them all over my
yeah,
studio. That's a
illegal.
mess.
We'll see what happens.
Not
So
nice.
don't just But anyways, I thought we would lead off with a commercial that actually one of my kids showed me, and I laughed so hard out loud. I was like, we needed to do this.
Did you know?
Commercial because it's so real. It's so true.
I haven't seen this yet.
And it's McDonald's because why not? And this is McDonald's 2020 commercial. So I want to show you guys what McDonald's is doing to sell you guys some food.
Cool.
This, here we
Take a
go.
look.
If you're ordering McDonald's and your friend says they don't want fries, get them the fries. Or else your fries will be their fries.
Oh, yeah?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, wait a second. Hang on.
Your fries will be their fries.
Key, we need a vibe check. Is this a true statement?
This is sadly 100% accurate.
Yeah. All right. There it is, ladies and
This is
gentlemen.
reality.
That is a reality. I think because you get the fries and then somebody's like, nah, I don't want fries. And then they smell the fries. And you just have to eat the fries.
The problem is you're trying to be healthy at a McDonald's.
No, that's not what happens.
Yeah, it's trying to
No,
calorie
it's
count.
somebody saying, you know what? I don't want to pay for fries, so I'm gonna eat your fries.
It's a very pessimistic outlook.
Where'd you
on
get that
person.
cup, sneaky guy?
Steve did it.
Steve!
Hey, I got to take care of your studio.
Yeah,
I
he's our
appreciate
runner.
that. I
He's our runner
appreciate
guy. That's a below the line level in a film set.
Yeah, that's so
Getaway driver.
getaway driver. So should we stay on food?
Yeah, I
you're
think so.
eating. We talked about McDonald's. So there's a lot of things that people are doing to stay occupied during COVID. Stuff's getting shut down. People are still going to work.
Businesses
Yeah.
are slow,
Sometimes,
though. Like
right?
businesses are
Work in
just
Starbucks,
stupid
that's
slow.
where they go.
They go
Yeah.
to where?
Work in Starbucks.
So have
Oh,
you
that's
been
where
super
you go.
busy? Snap out of it, Chris. You opened this morning. You're actually
did.
pretty alert right now.
Do we have like a Vietnam like film grain like overlay we can put over him? With
We need to do that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
World War II. Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
shell
Start like
shock.
reciting your order. And I'm like,
half calf,
That
no
is-
whip.
That is
Whip,
what
whip,
you
little
ordered,
whip.
yes? Yes.
you didn't say iced, did you? No. But suddenly it's iced and a venti.
See, it's funny. I get this.
Right.
I get
That's
this
right.
now.
Right.
You coffee guys are gonna have like coffee talk in here.
Yeah, coffee talk.
We don't need
Keegan,
coffee
is
corner.
coffee talk allowed in the studio?
I think so. I think
Ah, dang it!
Whoa! That's right.
Come on.
I thought there was coffee talk and Starbucks talk. I didn't think they were the same.
Oh yeah, they're not.
Oh,
They're not.
interesting.
Perhaps.
Chris burns
It
his
depends.
coffee.
Whoa.
We don't have time for this, guys.
sorry.
We don't have time to get into this because there are people that are doing things that are phenomenal, and you should all see how people are doing things to donuts at Krispy Kreme.
Sorry, there's visible tension in the room. For the listeners,
Chris is still like, he's still having a problem here.
It's
for the people that are not
fine.
watching the live
It's okay.
stream, Chris and I cannot look each other in the eye right now. Anyway, there's a Krispy Kreme story we gotta talk about.
Yeah.
All right, so Krispy
What kind of
Kreme,
coffee would you drink with a Krispy Kreme donut? That's what I'm talking about.
probably.
Krispy Kreme coffee.
Whatever's available. Whatever's available is the right answer.
All right, so
That's true.
we're not going
It's so true.
We're not going to get
All
into coffee wars.
is worth trying.
Yeah, exactly.
And enjoying.
Yeah.
'Cause
We're
it's coffee.
equal.
At the end of the day,
We're
there's
separate.
many coffees out there, and you don't
We're
want to have
separate, but
any
we're equal.
prejudices against certain.
Let's
kind of
agree
coffees
to disagree.
or where they come from.
But here's the question:
Unless
are all
they're ethically
donuts
sourced.
created equal?
No, absolutely
I do
not.
not think. Keegan, are all donuts created equal?
Of course not.
Of course not. That's what I'm talking about. So Krispy
wise
Kreme, one of the only donut stores I can eat a dozen donuts and not realize I did it.
Oh yeah.
Right? I mean, you could just like boom, boom, they're gone.
It's like
Well,
air sugar.
Until later.
Yes,
Then
right.
you realize it.
And then you feel that, and it's not so great.
Yeah.
But so
These
these
go
Is that when the
Employees-
sadness
coming out.
creeps in? Is that what the upset creeps in that you don't have any more Krispy Kreme? That's what happens
Starts
later?
there.
No,
goes-
that's why you eat a dozen Krispy Kremes, because you feel sadness, and then you're like, I need a dozen more.
Wow,
That's
is
a true drug.
Right?
a real statement. Guys, I was 300 pounds at one point, and this was a reason why.
Krispy Kreme. So these guys at Krispy Kreme got bored.
Yeah.
And what else do you do when you're bored? Then make a TikTok.
Yeah,
right?
you
That's-
create napalm for diabetes.
So here you go. So bored Krispy Kreme employees glazed a donut 25 times.
Okay.
Now,
Does that
have
not sound like a lot to you at first?
Yeah, but have you guys have been to Krispy Kreme and watched the thing go through the deal,
It's a
right?
waterfall of glaze.
Yeah, right. It's there and it's amazing, and you want to just stick your head under it.
Right.
But
I want to be glazed by the Krispy Kreme machine. I think that'd be great.
That is a whole different level of Nickelodeon-ish we do not need to get into tonight. But here's the thing. I do have a very sweet story. I'll make it 1 minute long. And one of the very earliest memories that I have of going on a hangout, like family date thing with Todd and Tammy was when they were living in their old condo in Brea. And we ended up driving down to Krispy Kreme and eating just a bunch of Krispy Kreme. And that was the first time I had ever seen the glazed waterfall. And so that memory is sweet.
Yeah,
Very sweet.
it's a sweet. But
Was that touching?
I remember it was great. I've taken all my kids and shown them the Krispy Kreme waterfall.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
these
it's a rite
guys
of
took it
passage.
to another level.
Uh-huh.
These guys took now. Mike says that it sounds a little naughty. I mean, technically it could be. And Dean asked,
Just
but they
wait till
use
you see
different
the
flavors
donut,
of glaze.
Mike.
You guys, there's a
They
video
have
of
different
this.
colors of glaze or different flavors.
I don't
Halloween.
I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, they have
Why
to have
doesn't Krispy Kreme just have like a fondue?
I'm sure you can do that.
Krispy Kreme fondue.
Could you imagine?
That'd be phenomenal.
You can
You
fondue
have
that.
different flavors of
You can
like donut holes, and then you just kind of put
So
them in the
25
glaze.
times through the waterfall. How big is that donut?
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah,
see, my
all right,
friend.
so I'm
Show it to
gonna
us.
we're gonna stop teasing you. Let's just get to the TikTok. All right,
All
here
of
we
us
go.
have ADHD.
So here we go. All of us, yeah, we can't keep track of what's going on. So here it is. Right
yeah. No, that's the
There's
TikTok
a
video.
waterfall.
so there's a waterfall as it's coming through,
Look at that.
and so that's one
literally-
time
No. It's that big boy right in the middle, right there. That's the first glaze.
3.
Oh, maybe 3 glazes in.
Okay,
'Cause
and
that
then
makes
4
more
to
sense.
14. Okay, so good. They sped it up because I was like, this is gonna be a really long video.
Guys,
The
they
same video.
waterboard this
And it's
donut.
It's getting like heavier. Like look at how thick it's getting.
So have a little dough with your glaze.
Yeah, honestly.
15. That's only glaze 15. Whoa.
Wow.
But that was
like-
a
Oh man,
pretty
that's so
looking
much
donut.
sugar.
Coated in pure fondant.
Too powerful. Wow.
That makes my insides hurt just looking at it.
Did they really get to 25?
Yeah, bro. They got all the way to 25 and it fell apart because of how heavy it was.
That's how much weight is that on the donut?
A lot of weight, apparently. Look at this. This is the end.
25.
This is the end right here.
The reveal.
That's
so sad.
Yeah, and it's like it got a little messed up at the end.
It's just like a way to get frosting to your mouth.
It honestly is probably the most deliciously disgusting thing I've ever seen.
yeah.
Would
It's
you want to
kind
eat the
of
whole thing or
fascinating.
just a bite?
Just a bite.
I don't
just
know
wanna
I could do the whole
I want to
thing.
know how cancerous it is.
Right.
You know, I want to know what diseases I'm gonna get from it.
I just think your
COVID,
blood sugars would go up just looking at it.
100%. But this kid's name's Jack Paul Jones, or at least that's his handle on Twitter or on TikTok.
Yeah, because you're a TikTok guy.
Yeah, TikTok's
You're-
fun.
You lose 25 minutes at a time on TikTok.
I wish it was that little, bro. I wish it was that little. It's I said it before and I'll say it again. It's the casino of the internet. You don't see what time it is on the top bar.
Yeah,
and it's like
and they pump the oxygen out your phone.
Yeah. You're just and then they do man, because there's a whole bunch of these things where people play like synthesizer parts and you put your phone in your mouth and go ow 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 and make it sound crazy and oxygen is getting
That's what they're doing because it's China owns the app, so they're putting all kinds of stuff in there.
Exactly.
You probably got COVID from it.
But here's my first thing about this story.
Okay,
When have you ever been to Krispy Kreme and it's been slow?
I've been there. Krispy Kreme has been slow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I've never Keegan.
Well,
vibe
what do
check
you
right
what
now.
do you say? What do you mean by slow?
Like as in not having to wait at least an hour.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
a bunch of times.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Keegan, vibe check.
Yeah, no, that's way too long.
That's way too long.
I go to the next Krispy Kreme. That's closest to
What other Krispy Kreme? I know the one at the block. There's one Krispy Kreme.
No, there's more.
It's not usually
There's more.
busy, especially at night.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys. Well, I mean, I guess my first, point is totally
Pointless.
yeah, pointless. It's not poignant to this story at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, do we have bigger things to talk about in the world?
I mean, we do, but we have smaller things to talk about in the world as well. Because there's good news for a young gentleman
Wait,
that has
good
been
news?
missing something for a long time.
Oh.
And finally, it was revealed because
This is happening way earlier than I thought it
a
would.
young boy had a Lego piece fall from his nose that had been stuck there for 2 years.
Yeah, man.
Now, first of all, what
piece
part
is
is
that?
that? That looks like a hand.
Oh,
Yeah, I definitely think that is
Right?
a hand. It's holding on to a little bug.
And look at Mudassir Anwar right here. Now he's happy because that Lego fell out of his nose. How do you have a Lego in your nose for 2 years?
Well, okay, that's the craziest thing about it, right? Is this kid's actually Samir. The Madir guy is his dad.
Yes.
So
this is Samir. That's
Yeah.
right. His dad was in the story right there. Okay.
So they're
good.
from Dunedin, New Zealand, and he told his parents that he put a Lego piece up his nose while playing back in 2018. I don't know if he said this recently. If he did, that's great recollection for a child.
Right.
But regardless,
Yeah, the exact date.
Yeah.
The exact date. I went, yeah, I'm going to remember this date.
2018. Mom and Dad were downstairs. I was in my room. I imagine this little kid from New Zealand talking like that when in actuality, bro talks a lot like this. But his parents tried to retrieve it. He's
Yeah.
like, I have this thing up in my nose. So he tells his parents try to retrieve it. And then his parents can't find it. So they take him to a general practitioner. General practitioner's like, nah, he's good. I don't see it up there. But if it is up there, he'll pass it naturally. It'll go back down into his nasal canal.
Pass it naturally?
Yep. It'll move back. It'll go down his digestive system and he'll pass it naturally and it'll be totally fine.
Oh, gross.
Well, then Samir is sniffing cupcakes 2 years later, which apparently is the hottest new drug.
is that what you do in New Zealand?
Yeah, that's the hottest new drug for kids in New Zealand, right? Is sniffing the cupcakes. And he sniffs the cupcakes and he goes, it hurt. It hurt just a little bit up there. And so his mom goes, I'm going to help you blow your nose. Right? Oh, I'm going to help you blow your nose.
Just
and
stop with the voices. You don't know how New Zealanders talk.
they talk like Australians.
They talk like Peter Jackson.
They 100% talk like Australians. I know it for a fact. I looked up the accent.
Don't ever say that they're like Australians.
They
If
fight
there
you, but
are
it's
New
so
Zealanders
similar.
watching us, I have nothing to do with what Jake is saying.
Right.
Guys,
about New
it's-
Zealanders.
you
We
can't deny
appreciate
it.
the
Wait, you know what?
Kiwis.
We need to check with Keegan. Keegan, are we over the line here? Vibe check.
I think they talk, similar. It's the same.
Guys, that's a 1-1 score right now.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, all right. There we go. There we go.
Okay, all right.
So his mom's like, I'm gonna help you blow your nose. Right? They go into the bathroom and he blows out this little hand thing.
Yeah.
And he assumed that he had just accidentally sniffed up some crumbs, which I guess is the second hottest drug for kids to do in New Zealand. But essentially, he blows his nose and this little hand thing comes out. And the thing that
I can't look at it. It gets gross.
the dad was like, we were all shocked, really. And there was a little bit of fungus on it. That's the ending of that article.
Yeah,
There's
no, thank
A
you.
little bit of fungus on it.
Yeah, just a little bit of fungus.
But
That's
this kid is a hero.
Wait, why is he a hero?
This kid's a hero.
Wait, I just got a vibe check. What?
Not at all.
He's a
What do you mean
hero. He's a hero because
this kid's a fiend. When he runs out of sniffing, he's sniffing frosting, and when he runs out of the frosting, he sniffs the crumbs.
He's a hero because he's a Lego survivor.
He's
a Lego
Hey,
survivor.
Dean says he let go his Lego.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah. Wait. Uh-oh.
Dean just gave himself
Dean
a bell.
gave himself a bell through Jake. That's pretty impressive.
That's crazy.
Dean, you're the best Pendergast we've ever had.
Pendergast is getting stronger.
But I would guess he doesn't have COVID because nobody in New Zealand has COVID.
Right, unless
That's
he,
right.
Unless
they
he
locked
put
down the
that,
country.
Unless somebody went and shook hands with this little Lego man.
Because he was up there and he probably got it, and then it came out.
He's
and then
holding on to
He
a
did it
booger
2
in the
years
picture.
ago. There was no COVID 2 years ago.
No,
but even now.
But what if he had it now?
It's incubating.
What's New Zealand
Wait,
like?
no, well, vibe check for the win there.
Could have been incubating in his nose.
Wow.
See, look at that. You know what?
Even in
Maybe
New
it actually
Zealand.
came. Maybe it's a Lego nose virus and not a China virus.
Yeah, you know what?
Who knows?
I'm totally not sure. I think this is a classic case of a boy thinking he's a time capsule. I think he just wanted to store something inside.
Lego for 2 years.
Or he said it 2 years ago. It wasn't there. Put it up there the other day just to get attention.
Oh, maybe.
Whoa,
wow.
conspiracy.
But it's so gunked up.
Yeah, it's
Put up the picture again.
You gotta make it. No, I can't
Did
even
he
look at it
speak at
again.
the
It's
DNC?
disgusting.
All I'm saying, I'm saying is I never understood the fascination with kids and putting things in their mouth or in bodily orifices.
Yeah, no, no, thank you.
Did I ever do that as a kid?
No, you ran around in a diaper with a knife.
That's awesome. That explains so much about
It
me.
does, actually.
What if his nose falls off because he doesn't have that little piece holding it in anymore?
Why?
Because you know how Legos need that one
But
essential piece to function properly?
I don't know.
It's been 2 years. He adapted around it.
It was probably holding on.
Yeah.
It was probably. You know what? It probably. No, I don't even want to. I don't even want to. We're moving away from the Lego and the
Thinking about
nose
a hand
story,
up
right?
The nose, just a whole big problem in itself.
The whole hand
Yeah,
up a
no.
nose? Oh, gosh.
Lego
So
hand.
back to New Zealand, and Pendergast is supporting all the rest of us in the room. He says, "Oh, that's Tiffany." He says, "I went to New Zealand and Australia, and they don't sound the same."
Thank you.
Are you splitting hairs, Dean?
He's back.
If you watch all of the appendices to the Lord of the Rings movies and listen to the many New Zealand accents, it doesn't sound the same as
I'm literally just talking about what I've known from
You mean like the
documentaries.
Australians that visit New Zealand?
No, from documentaries on Animal Planet, where it's in New Zealand they have these kinds of birds, and it's always
That's the
so
Australian.
similar to Australians.
That's
Okay.
the Australian narrator for the New
Australian
Zealand.
and New Zealanders sound a lot closer than Australians and Southerners. I'll give you
Well,
that.
okay,
Thank you.
right, okay, all right. You
Thank
know what,
you.
Steve? You
South
come to defend him,
Africans,
but
South
you know what?
Africans sound a lot like Australians.
South Africa? No, they don't.
Oh,
No, vibe check.
hey,
No, they sound.
What are
like
you talking about? We know a South African guy that sounds Australian.
Jake, you've got your
Oh,
countries mixed
Jake,
up.
I was trying to get you going, but you went the wrong direction.
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
guys.
You know what, Jake? You know
I
what?
apologize for
It's okay
everything.
because Tammy's chiming in because she was there.
Whoa.
For every time, Jake, diapers and a weapon. Every time.
Yeah, baby.
She'd come over and you'd be like, ha! Like surprising her, but it's a diaper and a knife. That
At
was the
least I
thing.
didn't just go, gotcha! You know what I mean? And just murdered 6 people before I was 6.
Did you watch Chucky a few times as a kid or something?
No.
No, that was not
shut
allowed. That
down.
was not
Used to
allowed.
be
Yeah.
diapers and a safety pin. Now it's diapers and a knife.
I guess.
It was more like a sword. Like it wasn't. He wanted to be Chris.
Yeah. Were you just walking around with 2-year-olds with hearts and knives, hearts and knives?
exactly that. That's me.
That's good. Hey, but you know what? There's a lot of things still going on, and we are. We're halfway through the show, guys.
Really?
It's halftime
Really?
check. It's halftime check.
Vibe check for halftime.
Vibe check for halftime.
It's been good half. We've been playing well.
Good.
Put up some good D.
Coach, if you could give me one area I can improve in, what would that be?
Just got the finish.
The finish?
Finish. It's always,
I got the
not
flick
the
of that wrist.
accents.
it's always about the finish with the accents. I mean,
I think the accents play a lot into my finishing ability.
I agree. So there's things that are happening with school. Kids are trying to get back to school,
Or not happening.
right? Or not happening, getting back to school. We've got a bunch of stuff happening in our house. Bailey just started basketball practice. Fantastic.
Through
So it's the
Zoom?
weirdest thing. No, in person. It's outdoors.
Okay.
Right. So, but
You
every
on the grass.
sports are.
yes. It's like, man, hey, coach, my ball doesn't bounce. No, everybody has their
Rain check,
own
guys. We're
court.
going to play soccer today.
Everybody has their own half court outside. Everybody has their own basketball. Everybody has their own chair. They're not allowed to play against each other. They have to keep 6 foot distancing.
They have their own water bottle too.
They have they bring their own water bottle. But they're able to do like drills and stuff, and the coaches can watch them. But they're walking around with spray bottles and wipes.
They're crossing up chairs.
Yes, they're getting very good at crossing up inanimate objects.
People on basketball courts don't sit still.
Well, but you got to start somewhere. I mean,
okay.
you can't just expect
She's
to get
in
to
high
like
school now.
I know, weird, right?
Or maybe there's.
But yeah, I mean,
they just do like what's that group called that does the trick shot?
Salt and pepper.
Oh, you mean the Globetrotters, the Harlem Globetrotters,
right?
Oh,
jump off
yeah.
the chair to do a cool trick.
Right. You jump off a chair?
Why not?
No, it's
apparently that's what they
trampolines.
got. Well, they don't give them a trampoline. They give them a chair.
Yeah, I don't think trampolines would be
Why don't you
allowed.
go ahead and be a globetrotter? Here's a chair. Here's your ball.
They could follow the NBA, which is have nobody on the court.
Oh,
anymore.
the NBA. I don't even want to get into it.
Let's not.
Let's not. Keegan, vibe check on the NBA?
You know, it's a sad thing. But we all take our hits, time to time.
That's true. We do.
Man, spoken poetically.
Spoken poetically. So school sucks. And they're trying to figure out what to do with it. So what they've decided is that they're going to go online, except for Rialto. Things are getting shut down. In Rialto, a hack triggers cyber lockdown at Rialto School. So you think we're going to go online. We're safe. We don't need to do
protect the
lockdowns. We'll protect the kids. Nope.
What kind of hack?
Cyber lockdown in Rialto. So there was a Zoom that got hacked. And Steve, what happened here?
Yeah,
Look at
Steve,
this.
you're the expert here.
Bridge Academy is postponed in the RUSD due to malware issues. Please read the following below. We appreciate your understanding and will continue to update as soon as we can.
In this together.
Hashtag in this together. So, Steve, what happened?
I just saw that they said they couldn't have school anymore. Can't have it in person. Can't have it online.
Yeah, they're just school's canceled,
stopped.
kids.
They stopped
forever.
Yeah.
So just this
Alice
school in
Cooper was
particular?
prophetic.
Right now.
Okay, because like I'm in school right now. I'm
Yeah.
taking online classes.
I heard
Keegan's rearing up,
In,
ready to go.
in North Carolina or South Carolina, one of the Carolinas, there was a class that got hacked, and they were showing all kinds of like crazy like beheadings and stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Sweet class.
this is.
Scarred.
I'm just telling you, like this is. I don't.
when you're not expecting a beheading, it's a little off.
Yeah, it'd be a
I
little
will say
jarring.
that.
There was the teacher last week
At
who
8
taught without
at
his
8 in
shirt
the
on.
morning.
Yeah,
And they had to
at
fire
8
him.
That what?
Teaching the students without his shirt on.
Hey,
So they
if you want
fired
to
him?
bring school into the home, you get different personalities.
Wait, why is that an issue?
You play with the fire, you're gonna get
Yeah.
burned.
How well
Right.
endowed is he in the?
Does he got pecs?
No.
Or does he get,
No, he's a big man.
Yes.
You saw a picture of somebody with a
They were
teacher.
showing
That,
it on TV.
oh my
A
goodness.
teacher with
You know,
teachers.
More comfortable. He's got to sit down. He
None of
can't
the-
stand in front of the class. He's got to sit down, or where else is he going to put his pen and pencil, right? Got to kind of just.
Yeah, man.
Wow, this is getting no.
None of the administrators
Keegan,
knew about it.
Human thinks he's pencil pouch. Human thinks he's a pencil pouch. Vibe check on that.
Vibe check on that.
The dude's obviously gonna get fired. You can't do that stuff until after you tenure. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's 100% true.
That's a post tenure move, guy. You got
After
to
they're
wait.
18.
Yeah, that's that stuff when like whenever teachers get caught in something, they're always like, I'm tenured. You know what I mean?
You know who probably wishes they were tenured?
This guy?
Emus.
Oh, wait.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Emus, because you know what? They have a problem. Emus, emus are a lovable bird.
Emus are being bad. Emus have kind of
Emus-
always been bad.
You know what? They are. You know what? They're getting what they deserve. I think.
I don't know.
because
Emus are just trying to loosen up.
Emus have been banned.
Banned.
Emus are getting canceled, guys. Emus got canceled for bad behavior at a hotel in Australia's outback.
Guys, this is just.
Look at this guy.
but
What can he do
but
that's
see
so
how fun this
bad?
is? See how fun this is? Now it's emus think they're people. Like, it's just all the way
But
around.
they are. I see them on commercial all the time. Limu Emu.
Limu Emu.
That's right.
That is one of
That's
the coolest
right.
ad campaigns right now.
No,
I
it's not
will
the
say.
coolest.
It's funny. It reminds me of like the old Geico commercials, like the 2008 to
Oh, the
2012.
caveman Geico commercial.
Like those
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
where they're not actually like diamonds in the rough, but each one you go,
You can't.
You know what I mean?
I still love the Dr. Pepper.
all the Dr. Pepper ads were great. Where did they go?
Where he was on like a jet ski and he comes through the wall. He's like,
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper. It's really good.
And like the
Has
Kool-Aid
nothing to
Man.
do with it. Like
But
Are you a
Kool-Aid Man.
basically-
pepper too?
But what?
Are you a pepper too?
Are you a pepper too?
I'm a
exactly.
pepper.
I'm a pepper.
I had a
I'm
shirt that
diet
said I'm a pepper. I haven't
missed
had a Dr.
the
Pepper.
7-Up commercial. make 7 up yours.
That was a good
Man,
one.
you guys remember good commercials?
Yeah.
Maybe we do this as a segment later.
Oh, commercial segment. Hey, but you know what? What's wrong with the emus,
So the
Jake? Why
emus-
did they get canceled?
We got 2 emu siblings, right? We got Kevin and Carol.
Kevin and Carol. Wait.
How
Seriously?
cute is that?
Kevin and Carol.
Yeah.
Who names the emus?
Well, still Australian, Blake.
No, that's New Zealand.
Nah, we're starting fires, baby. Put them out. No, so
it's very
2.
insensitive of you since a lot of Australia burned down last year. So, let's
So
go ahead.
yeah, I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
They'll survive
Right.
because emus always survive. You know why? In 1932, Australia had to fight the Great Emu War.
What? No,
you don't-
really?
No, you don't.
There's a Great Emu War?
Yes, you don't know about this?
No, I don't.
Okay,
Wait, hold on.
What's it, the
Who
claws
knows
and the
about this
emus?
in the room? Chris, do you know about the Great Emu
It
War?
sounds kind of familiar, but I don't remember.
Okay,
emus.
Steve, do you know about the Great Emu
No,
War?
was it the
Vibe
koalas
check.
and the emus?
Emu War?
fighting?
No.
Verified, not common knowledge.
You guys do not know about. Wait, okay.
No.
Look this up immediately.
All right, okay. The Great Emu
The
War.
Great Emu War
The Great
happened
Emu
in
War.
1932. It lasted about a month.
What?
And what it was were emus were destroying crops, and they were way too they were a nuisance, right? And it's
at this.
known as a nuisance war.
Hey, look at this guy. Like he's giving it to that emu.
he's
Wow.
super sick of the emu. Now there were no human casualties in the Great Emu War,
That
which
emu
is
is actually alive in the.
he's like, hey, let go of my neck.
He's like, get my good side.
Oh, I'm gonna get this one, all right.
He's like, no, this is your bad side. We got to make you look like a fool.
It really happened. So
Right,
emu,
now hold your breath.
also known as the Great Emu War, was a nuisance wildlife management military operation.
Oh, yeah.
Undertaken in Australia over the latter part of 1932.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow, you know
basically
what?
happened
It's
is
not only entertaining to be here, it's also educational.
It's edutainment.
Hey,
know,
cancel all the schools and have them come to TSTO.
Exactly.
You know what, kids? Cancel school, download the TSTO app, and you're good to go.
That's a crazy thing to say. So no human casualties in the Great Emu War.
Yeah.
There were 20,000 approximately
Yeah.
emus that were just running rampant. They killed only 986 out of the 20,000, but 9,860 bullets were wasted, and it left them super unprepared for actual military efforts. So they consider the emus the winners of the war.
Wait, they were that... I don't understand.
No, 100%. This is all real.
No, I mean, I hear you, but I'm like, I don't understand. And why do you know so much about this?
Because this is fascinating. It's an emu war. But regardless, these 2 emus are kind of
were
living
the
in the
emus
past.
unarmed, though?
Totally unarmed.
Was it even
No,
a war?
of course, because they have wings.
I think he's still possessed.
It's still
Jake's
Dean.
still possessed.
Dean,
No,
let go
this
of
is
Jake.
all real.
Let go of him.
But we're talking about the 2 siblings, right?
Okay,
And
yes.
what
We're back
happened
to
was
Kevin and Carol.
They were raised by an animal rescuer, so they were normally good around people, right? They would love to just hang out with people, take pictures, because they
Yeah,
learned
raised
that if
by
they
animal
took,
rescuers,
they
sure
learned
thing.
that if they took pictures with people, they'd get treats, right? So they were all being these good little emus. But what happened is they learned how to climb up the steps, and the steps led to the pub on site.
No.
At the Uraka Hotel in Queensland, right? So they would go into the hotel pub and they would snatch toast, and they'd also snatch, what else did they snatch? They snatched fries, and they went behind the bar and they had to have a little stern talking to.
They
So
found the
they
good
snatched.
stuff.
They found the
snatched
good
fries.
stuff.
They weren't watching the McDonald's commercial to get their own.
Wait,
were not.
Jake,
They
do
were
we have a
getting their own.
video here of the emus in the pub? Because
Yes.
it looks like we do.
There is a video
We
of
need
the
to-
emus in the
All
pub.
right, so if you're curious what it looks like when the banned emus break into the pub for a little bit of, Grandpa's cough medicine, let's see what happens.
Yeah, man, let's
All
see
right,
what
okay, let's
happens.
check this out. Here we go.
A pub in Western Queensland has banned entry to emus after the local mob learned how to walk up
he's
the
New
front
Zealand.
stairs of the hotel. The Yarraka Hotel has barricaded all its entrances and erected signs
New Zealand?
urging visitors not to let the large birds follow them into the bar. Jerry Gimblett is the owner of the pub, and she joins us now from Yarraka
being
with
attacked by
Leanne.
emus.
And can you...
This is the Great Emu War. We're watching it right
100%.
now. All right,
Here's
okay,
what
here
I'm
we go.
saying,
Here we
though.
go.
If they actually would have let these
That's a 7-minute video.
If they actually would have let these emus be patrons in said pub earlier on in around 1931,
Yeah.
maybe these emus would have been just as drunk as the soldiers in the Australian military, and their swerves would have lined up and more bullets would have hit.
Serpentine.
Serpentine doesn't work when both parties are inebriated.
That's right. See? Look at that.
That's why we need to not disarm the police. We need to. No, we don't. We don't need.
No,
we don't need
don't-
to intoxicate
don't need
the
to-
police.
don't
In
even.
case emus make their way across the, the ocean to us.
Yeah, well, that's a problem. But needless to say, this bar has put up efforts in trying to keep them out. They put a bar across the door so the emus can't get in. But now they're saying unless they get a little too like crazy and learn how to limbo, that problem's not an issue for right now.
That's right.
It doesn't seem like that would be a really good idea. Like they should like close the door.
Yeah, or build a door. I don't even know if it has a door.
Yeah, well, it is Australia.
In
What
Australia,
about
you
the
never know.
patrons who are like, three sheets to the wind and they just trip and fall?
You know, that's a problem
They
too.
can crawl under the bar.
Oh, he put this blimey
to the
bar
bar,
here in
into
the
the bar.
door. Who did this, huh? This isn't a tropical island. Let's go to the next story.
Yeah, with the emus, poor emus are getting canceled. Everybody's getting canceled. Emus are getting canceled. Now, did you hear that? Did you hear that people are saying they want to cancel the CDC?
Yeah, bro.
The CDC's been so great for everybody.
Sure they have.
But anyway, so the CDC has changed some guidelines, and it's got some people up in arms. And I want to read this to you. So there's a change in guidelines for the CDC with the coronavirus and how they're doing testing and things like that. And I want to read this to you and tell me if it worries you.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. I'm going to read it to you, and I'm going to before I.
This is a very concise article.
It is very, very concise, which is part of the thing that I'm very curious about. So I'm going to read this to you, and then I want you guys to respond to what you think. So right here, here we go. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention now says that many people who have been exposed to the novel coronavirus through close contact with someone who later tested positive do not necessarily need a test if they are not experiencing symptoms. All right, does everybody hear that? Everybody hear that, right? Okay. Chris, what do you think about that?
So if I'm hanging out with someone who had it and then I don't
No.
have
You
it,
didn't know.
somebody-
Neither of you knew that
Right.
this person
neither
had
of us
it.
knew. So we could be in this room together and
Right,
no one knows
exactly.
we have
This
it.
may be
Exactly.
the exact scenario.
Right. So, like, let's say I leave and I text you and I say I tested positive for coronavirus.
Okay.
But you're not showing any symptoms.
Sounds like an STD problem.
Sorry for you, dude.
I do not want.
Can
they
I
do
bring
the
you a meal or
Q-tip
something?
up it. That's bad.
But it's okay. So yeah. So like we're in a room and none of us are symptomed except for Steve's
We're
ready.
never going to get rid of this, are we?
I don't know. I don't think so. So we're in a room and it's like, hey, we text you later and like, hey, somebody had it. So now.
If somebody texts me with like, hey, I got it, just be like,
I'm gonna be just kidding.
Just put
Or,
LOL.
like, right after.
and then I'll respond with haha and a sticker of me going,
So okay. So
the eyeliner on?
So do you feel like you're like that's out of line? Like it's out of bounds?
I didn't understand what it was saying.
All it's saying is that if you're around somebody and later they test positive, doesn't necessarily mean you need to get tested.
You mean like other diseases?
You mean like normal things?
Like,
Steve, what do you
like the
think?
cold?
I think it's just ridiculous, the whole thing anyway.
It's it's ridiculous, but this
whole way you're dealing with it.
But this seems pretty logical,
Yeah.
right? I mean, this is
But
like
wait, this is a government agency.
It's kind of like a
Logic
step.
doesn't go with the government.
which is why I'm surprised.
Yeah.
But okay, I will say here, I do find it really funny that this whole thing is kind of like the Washington Post being like, "Don't trust the CDC. The CDC's been lying to you," right?
Yeah, well, I didn't
and
even
then
share-
at the very top of the article, they plug their newsletter for COVID information.
So let's get vibe check. Let's get vibe
need a
check.
vibe check.
Vibe check. What do we think about this statement from the CDC?
It's all pretty interesting.
It's pretty up and up, right? So here's the title of the article, you guys. This is the title, and this is the entire article right here. This is the whole thing. And it starts with Democrats across the country on Wednesday denounce an abrupt change in the federal government's coronavirus testing guidelines. And the governors in some of the nation's largest states said they wouldn't follow the new policy. Here's the headline. Democrats denounce CDC rules change as political propaganda.
Nothing in that story says anything about it being political propaganda.
It's the most logical thing I've heard come out at all about this. It's like, hey, you know what? If you're around somebody and then later they test positive, you don't necessarily need to go get tested.
It's like guilt by association.
It's just crazy. And now they're saying CDC is crazy, and now they're saying it's political propaganda. Are you running out of stuff to talk about?
I think
it's like a reality check. We're finally figuring out how to deal with this and realizing we don't have to do everything we've been doing to kill our economy and kill our country.
Well, you know what though? China's got a fix for that.
Well, hang on.
Hold on. Jake's got something to say.
I want to be the resident libertarian here, and I want to play a little bit of devil's advocate.
Okay.
Right? So at the very end of that article, they are talking about how experts are concerned. I don't know who these experts are.
Exactly.
I don't know what they're talking about when they say experts, but I did do a little research, and I just want to state when they're talking about their concerns are asymptomatic people transmitting the disease. I found this thing from the CDC where they talk about how 40% of all domestic cases, as far as the US is concerned, are asymptomatic people. Asymptomatic people are considered 75% as infectious as a symptomatic person. So they're not fully, they're not as, what's the word I'm looking for? Infectious,
right?
As those people are, but also 50% of an infected person's transmissions are done before someone starts showing symptoms anyway.
Sure.
So what I'm saying about this is none of this is new news. This is all stuff that we all have access to. And guess what it's saying? Wash your GD hands.
It sounds like the flu, that the same parameters. People get infectious before they show the symptoms. They pass it along.
Well,
learn how to wash your hands.
But you know what
learn how
we
to protect
need right
yourself.
now, Steve? We need things to get worse.
We do need things to get worse. But here's the thing. So about the comment about experts, right? That whoever knows who they are. But the thing about asymptomatic people giving it to someone else, you have to expel enough of the stuff out of your mouth to have enough viral load for somebody to actually even get sick. So if you aren't having symptoms, you're not coughing, you're not sneezing, you're not doing anything, the chances of you even expelling that, it's like you're just living life. It's just silly and stupid.
The only way to do that is some of the story we did last week.
Which one?
About expelling
the
football players.
The football players. I don't remember
Did
the
we
story.
do this story? Guys, I
showed a movie.
The program. Yeah, the program. That would be a good way to get it. But you know what? Don't worry, guys,
I'm having a
because
stroke.
if logic, the program when they spit in each other's mouths, they get pumped up for the game.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I remember this now.
But it sounds like logic is kind of maybe making a comeback.
Yeah, I don't know.
Potentially. I don't know. But if you're thinking, well, I'm just used to being scared and having to want to stay in my basement and not want to come out of the house, don't worry. China's got you covered. Because China now has announced that China says it found a new virus that's even more deadly than the coronavirus. Ooh. Oh no. Look at this. And here's the great part about this story. The great part about this story is that the China government is arguing with the Kazakhstan government. It's like, yes, you do. No, we don't.
It's like
yes,
little
you do.
cats
No, we don't.
going,
yes, you
meow,
do. No, we
meow,
don't. So China says, China officials claim that the neighboring country of Kazakhstan is dealing with an outbreak of a new virus that's even deadlier than the novel coronavirus. So China's like, you have something worse than corona. And then Kazakhstan's like, Kazakhstan officials say there is no new virus, though the country is dealing with a spike in COVID-19. Yes, you do. No, we don't. Yes, you do. No, we don't. Yes, you do. No. At what point do you just say, like, you know what? People get sick.
Right.
Yeah, people are getting sick. They basically decided that they were gonna lock down like all of us were in mid-March. Then they tried to reopen in early May. Mm-hmm. So they went really quick, and then obviously the infection rate increased.
Right.
And then 2 weeks ago, Kazakhstan reported 2,000 COVID cases in a single day, which is their most reported in that allotted amount of time.
Right. Now, population's a lot less than us, so dealing with something different.
And so what they're talking about with this new thing is they're saying that it's an unnamed type of pneumonia, or at least that's what China's claiming, which is exactly what we said that coronavirus
Yes, you do.
was.
No, we don't.
I like
yes, you do.
China's
no, we
complaining
don't.
about another country not taking care of its own outbreaks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? This is really it's like they're trying to find somebody like no they did something
exactly.
they did
It's
something.
like kids
it
on
wasn't
a playground.
me. Yeah.
I literally thought about that all day today.
Mom,
What'd you do
They're
to
trying
him?
to deflect what they didn't do and blame it on somebody else.
It's like, come on,
Right.
really?
But let's be real. China's been sketchy about this whole thing since the beginning. They kept all their information about the pandemic and about their preparation private from the public, right?
Right,
They've been
right.
hiding
Well,
everything, smoke and mirrors with them.
And
That's
the
all
super
it
crazy
is.
thing about just when this whole thing happened in China, and we're watching the people being pulled out of their houses and kicking and screaming and shoved in vans and detention.
yeah.
You're like, this is really weird.
Well, all the reports coming out of China that were saying it is way worse here than people are telling you. Like
Yeah.
we are like we're
people
not-
actually in China that are
Right.
not part of the media.
Right.
Yeah.
And these people are what I think is I think they're trying to draw all of the attention away from themselves.
Yep.
And so this is I have two things here. What in this article, this is the second article tonight where they've called it the novel coronavirus.
Yeah.
Do we need to give a title name to the
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's well, because I think novel actually stands for like
New.
new.
but like what about like we don't need it to sound like the noble savage from like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein or
It's-
Dame Judi Dench from
It's like
Cats.
the Nobel Peace Prize.
No. The novel coronavirus is like it's like some kind of book Fabio would be on the cover of. You know what I mean? It's like
I
some
mean, I think
weird
it could
romance
be.
novel.
believe it's not COVID.
Yeah, it's yeah. It's coronavirus, the love bug, the novel. You know what I mean? Like that's exactly what it is.
Yes, you did. No, we didn't. Yes, you did.
But
no, we didn't.
I did this little dig thing, and this is the last thing I have on this. China is sneaky, and they have been all through their history, all the way back to the 15th century. There's a 36.
Digging deep.
There's a book called The 36 Strategies, and it's a Chinese collection of proverbs presented in military tactics. Chapter 1 is called Winning Strategies. The first strategy states, moving about in the darkness and the shadows, occupying isolated spaces, and hiding behind scenes will only attract suspicious attention. To lower an enemy's guard, you must act in the open, hiding your true intentions under the guise of common everyday activities. That's
Sounds
the
like
first,
China.
That's the first strategy to success.
Ninja.
And to me, it's like China's the Mike Tyson of countries right now.
What? Okay, explain that.
Okay, it's because we're all like, you did a bad thing, and we know about it, but then they just go and get like a Polynesian face tattoo, and then they get a role in a Hangover movie, and we all love them again.
Yeah, and then now he's fighting again. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. Really?
Dude, he's gonna kill somebody. I think he's gonna kill somebody in the ring.
Rodney
gonna eat
Jones Jr.
someone alive, I'm
No,
telling
Rodney
you.
Wood.
Yeah,
Jr.
he's gonna do what he wanted to finish off Holyfield for. Did you see that fight? Were you?
Yeah, when he bit his ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's what this is. This is just China biting the ear of Kazakhstan.
That's right.
Yeah, you did. No, we don't. Yeah, you did.
I also
no,
looked
we
up
don't.
a Kazakhstan accent, and they just kind of talk like this.
That's not even.
That's 100%.
Hey,
They're so
Nona's
close
here.
to English.
Nona's here. Nona
Nona.
says, "Why are you guys so late?"
Nona.
Because it was prime time. We got bumped to prime time because we were doing so well.
Yeah.
and they moved us to the 8 p.m. slot.
The Daily Show is
Right?
tanking.
It's
So
it's-
we gotta fill in.
Yeah, we gotta help them out. The Fallon and the Kimmel needed some help. They couldn't hang. But yeah, it's Mike says it's not China. It's the first horseman.
Pestilence.
Ooh, you know what? It's very apocalyptic.
Is this Apocalypse Corner now?
It's
I
apocalypse
feel
corner.
cheated if it's apocalypse.
All those knives that I had told you to
I
hide
was
before.
hoping for,
Get
like-
them now.
World War Z.
I forgot
being
where I hit him.
pestilence and stuff.
Yeah.
This is
Not
No,
my problem.
I tell you what. Yeah, it's some weird stuff. I don't even know, man. Like stuff's happening around us. It's crazy.
How
but,
are a lot of the Republicans doing right now?
we should check in. It looks like it might be over. It looks like, yep. There's
look, more talking heads.
Laura Ingram.
Somebody's
and
concerned about
what else is
something.
happening? Somebody's. You know what? People are concerned about all kinds of stuff. They're talking about things, but you know what? We need a vibe check on that, Keegan. We need a vibe check.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. All right. All right.
Everything's good here.
It's all good. Nothing to
Man.
worry about. You know what? We got to the end. We made it.
I guess so.
We
I guess I
made
can
it to the
delete
end.
this.
Congratulations. Yeah, that whole thing you wrote there.
Yeah.
It's maybe we should sell it on Crackhead Craigslist.
Yeah, if you guys want like a handwritten version of this, and you could be like, the Almighty wrote this himself.
No, just print it out and sign it and say Dean wrote it.
No, write it on a parchment, and then
On a
cover
scroll?
it in sand. Yeah.
burn the edges
Let-
a little bit.
let someone
dip
else
it in
find
coffee and dye it. Did you ever do that?
Yeah,
with like
it's
maps
awesome.
and
So-
stuff.
Yeah, and then you light it on fire a little bit, so it gets a nice cinch.
Yeah,
You know what? I think Mike has a good point here. Mike
We're
says
friends
back
again.
to donut talk. Should we take him out with that donut video again?
You know
we
what,
should go
guys?
back to that. Hey, vibe check on that donut video, Keeks.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, that's a vibe. That's a vibe for real. All right, we're gonna go back to that. We're gonna go back and check out that Krispy Kreme donut because you know what? What do you have something to say about it?
All I'm saying is that you eat that thing, you blow up like Veronica the girl from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Violet.
Violet. You're turning violet. Violet.
Yeah, but it's like she has like she has like high glucose.
Yeah.
You know what?
We could think of an Oompa Loompa song to go with the donut.
Oompa Loompa doobity doo. Put all this icing over.
That's like, look at that. Look at all that frosting, man.
Guys, I just realized it's called Krispy Kreme because when you bite into it, it flakes a lot.
Oh,
doesn't that make sense?
Man, you know what? It does.
What do you get when the donut is glazy? When
you get a lot of sugar and probably diabetes.
Yeah, you get all fat and you stay real lazy.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Hey, you know what? Trending Stories taking over. We can't stop them, so we might as well talk about them. And this is the place that we do it. I'm Todd Frazier.
I'm Jake Frazier.
We've got Chris Cody. We've got Steve Freeman. And we've got the Vibe Check with Keegan.
TSTO.
You guys, thanks for being here. We'll see you next week. I don't know if we're still going to be. It's the donut. The donuts. You know what?
That's
the donuts
right.
are fancy.
I was like, yo, this is a good one to
the
go out
donuts
on,
are
though.
fancy. Look at
Masterpiece
that.
Theater.
Keegan, what song is this?
We got to wait for the reveal.
Delicious.
And the final masterpiece.
Let's go out on Mambo number 5.
We don't have a Mambo number 5. All right, everybody. Good night.